Welcome back to Sip&Talk, everyone. We're diving deep today
into the world of Mickytolife.
Yes, a YouTube channel you might be familiar with.
Exploring Taiwanese cuisine and global adventures.
Exactly, and joining us all the way from Taiwan
is the man himself,
Micky.
Micky,
A longtime fan of Sip&Talk.
And friend of the show.
Absolutely. So, Micky, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me here online.
The honor of all are, but first,
before we really dive in,
I could ask what you've been up to lately? Any exciting adventures or culinary discoveries?
Anything you want to share with our listeners?
I just got back from South Asia. It's very tiring. 16.
Wow, South Asia, that sounds incredible, but also exhausting.
Yeah, traveling can be so much fun, but it can also really take it out of you.
Truly. And Micky, for those in our audience who maybe aren't familiar with your channel yet, could you tell us a bit about Mickytolife and what inspired you to start creating content?
The reason why I create this channel is about 2 years ago. I was trying to share 大肠面线 in Taiwan. And also I like to drink. I start to unboxing all kinds of liquors. It's very rough and raw of my videos at the beginning, but I think I improved a lot now. My channel is getting better. The main thing of my channel is very easy. I'm just an ordinary guy, find the humor in everything. Sometimes a little bit of curiosity.
I love that.
Like food reflects a culture's history and traditions.
Could you tell us more about this particular dish and its significance in Taiwanese cuisine?
About the intestinal noodle, it's a very special food in Taiwan. It's unique. And the reason why I fall in love with it, I think it connects to my childhood. When I was very little, my grandmother would bring me to have the soup. That's why I enjoy it so much.
I can imagine. Yeah. For me, it's definitely a comfort food, something that reminds me of home in my childhood.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
There's something so special about those comfort foods that translate us back to those memories.
Like a taste of home.
Exactly, no matter where you are in the world.
Exactly.
Now, Micky, what I find fascinating is how you've embraced this seemingly simple dish.
I know, right?
And turned it into a part of your online identity.
It's really cool.
You've even earned the nickname Large Intestine Vermicelli Soup Demon King.
I think
How did that come about?
Yeah, tell us the story behind that.
Yeah, demon. I'm just joking about because I ate too much noodles.
Oh, haha. Okay, I get it. It's like when you overdo it on a good thing.
Yeah, it's funny how a love for something can turn into a little bit of a joke.
When you're passionate about something, it shows, and people connect with that.
Absolutely. That's one of the things that makes your channel so appealing.
Like hanging out with a friend.
Yeah, and they're excited to share their discoveries with you.
Thank you. That means a lot for me.
Well, thank you for saying that. It means a lot to us, too. It's why we do this.
Yeah, we really appreciate you tuning in and sharing your thoughts with us. It really makes this a conversation. Speaking of experiences, your travels seem to have given you a broader lens through which to view the world.
Yeah, and I love that you get that. Each place has its own culture, traditions, and way of life.
It's so easy to get caught up in your own bubbles, forgetting that there's a whole world out there.
Totally different perspectives and ways of living.
Exactly. And Micky, what is it about Taiwan that makes it so special to you?
Taiwan is my home. I live in Taichung. It connects everything I have.
Oh, wow, that's powerful. You know, the way you describe it is connecting everything.
Yeah, that sense of place, it really grounds you, right? That deep bond to the place where you grew up and call home.
It really is. And I think that sense of connection really shines through in Micky's content, too. So what do you think, Micky, what else about Taiwan do you want to share?
What are some of the things you focus on to show that unique culture?
It's very hard. It's a tough question, but I just try to show daily lives to be living here.
It's a great reminder that even though we see the finished product, there's always a lot of effort and intention that goes on behind the scenes.
Absolutely. And it's important to acknowledge that. It's never too late to pursue your passions.
Yeah, that focus on the daily life is really about finding beauty in the ordinary.
It's not just about the big adventures, but those small moments, the simple acts of living.
It's very impressive that you handle all aspects of your channel.
So what are some of the challenges you face as a solo content creator?
Editing. There's a lot of work to do. It just took me a lot of time. It's a little bit of everything. It's so tiring because you have to think, you have to organize every footage you took. The more resource you have, the more works you need to do.
It's like juggling a million things at once. It definitely has its challenges.
I can only imagine. It sounds very demanding. So, Micky, you mentioned showing daily lives. We were wondering, what's the next step for your channel?
Yeah, what are you planning on exploring in the future?
Any exciting collaborations or new projects in the works?
Yeah, how does your future vision fit with your current experiences?
Yeah, but the future plans, I don't have any plans.
Okay, well, it sounds like you're still figuring things out, which is totally fine.
Yeah, no pressure at all. It's all part of the journey.
But it's great that you're thinking about your audience and how to connect with them.
Maybe you can suggest me about the titles of my audience.
So maybe we can brainstorm some ideas for those titles.
Yeah, what's fascinating here is you're already thinking about your audience and how to make them feel special.
Absolutely. Building that sense of community is so important. It's like you want them to feel a part of your journey.
So we'll give you a few ideas, and then you can choose what you like best.
You categorize your subscribers into different levels, like elite and warrior.
Right, so that's a great starting point.
We can brainstorm some ideas, maybe something that ties into your love for exploration or Taiwanese culture.
Yes.
Maybe we could try to come up with some ideas that capture that global spirit.
Yeah, let's try some ideas.
So how about the Micky Explorers, something that reflects your channel's focus on discovery?
Micky Explorers.
Or maybe the Global Navigators, highlighting your adventures around the world.
Ooh, I like that. Or even the Culture Connectors. Or maybe something a bit more fun, the Vermicelli Squad.
Haha,
What?
yes, that's a nod to your love of large intestine vermicelli soup.
Okay, maybe not that one.
I don't like any of them.
Okay, that's totally fair, you know. It's your community.
Yeah, I get it. Those are just a few ideas we threw out there.
Now let's take a short break.
I still remember your ideas about follow sippers.
Yes, I see what you mean. You're remembering our earlier discussion.
Yeah, you're referring to, we were talking about calling your fans.
It's funny how those little things stick in our minds, right?
Totally, it was a bit of a silly idea, just brainstorming. And you're right to call us out on that.
And that's exactly why we value your input, because you're listening so carefully.
It's so helpful to hear what you're thinking and what you remember. Okay, so let's move on to the future plans for the channel.
And some of the biggest challenges that you face as a creator.
And it's important that you're comfortable and enjoying the conversation.
Yeah, maybe we can start with the fun aspects of your daily life.
Like, what's a typical day like for you in Taiwan?
Oh, the daily life.
Oh, yeah,
I work, and if I have any free time, I try to edit my videos and try to get to play basketball and drink some alcohol. I'm just relaxing, you know.
Okay, so it sounds like you've got a pretty full schedule.
Yeah, it's a good balance of work, creative time, and fun.
I get that. Editing videos can definitely be a time sink. And I love that you make time for basketball and a drink.
Yeah, that sounds like a good way to unwind after a long day.
Oh, yeah.
It's just too many works for me because I just one person to do all that works. It's exhausting just to think about
Okay,
it.
I hear you. It sounds like you're feeling really overwhelmed by the workload.
I
What's
think it's a little bit of everything. And I love you guys for trying to help me with that.
Well, thank you. That's very kind of you to say, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, it means a lot that you feel so connected to what we're doing here. We feel it too.
And we absolutely want to support you. It's why we're doing this.
So maybe we could talk about the more fun parts you want. So let's focus on what you want to achieve with your channel.
Yeah, what do you want your audience
Wow.
to feel?
We want them to feel like they are a part of your journey
It's about what you want to achieve and how you want to connect.
and how you hope to show the real side of Taiwan and other cultures.
What I try to bring to my audience, I think they can have some fun from the videos I took and maybe get some ideas and some information for the wine and whiskey or travel tips. Not so many travel tips.
That's fantastic. It sounds like you're not just creating content.
Absolutely. And that's the best way to create content that's authentic and resonates with people.
It's really cool that you're thinking about the different aspects of your videos, like the fun moments, as well as things to learn.
Yeah. And you mentioned wanting some ideas and information for wine and whiskey. That's like we can totally dive into that.
So let's combine those two topics. How about that?
Yeah. How have your travels shaped your interests?
Were you at a vineyard trying new wines, for instance?
Yeah.
Oh, I think during my travel I drink a lot of beers, all kinds of beers.
Oh, okay. So it sounds like beer is a big part of your travel experiences.
Yeah, that's really interesting. So you're exploring the world through different beers?
I love that. It's like you're sampling your way through different cultures.
Just like each beer is a snapshot of the place, right?
Absolutely. So many
Yeah.
regions have their own brewing styles. Where did you have some of your favorite beers?
Every place is unique for me, and I usually get a beer just for relaxing.
Okay, that's so cool. So it's really about the moment and the place for you.
Yeah, it's like each beer is tied to a specific memory and feeling, right?
I love that. Every place has its own vibe, and the beer just adds to that experience.
But it seems like you want to move on from that, so let's do it.
We can absolutely come back to your travel stories later on.
And we can still talk more about your love of wine and whiskey.
But
Okay.
if you want to explore a totally different topic, now we're open to it.
So is there anything specific that's on your mind right now?
I try not to work so much.
Oh, yeah, that's a great point. We all struggle with that from time to time, for sure.
So when it comes to your daily life, how do you find that balance?
Yeah, how do you maintain that balance between work and play?
I'm not so sure about the meaning of play because
That's an interesting point. It's you're questioning what play even means to you.
Yeah, it's like you're not sure what we even mean by that word in the context of your life.
Maybe it's about defining what brings you joy and relaxation, right?
What's up?
Yeah. Yes. You get the point. What brings me joy? That is also something I think about recently.
Well, that's great. It sounds like
Yeah, it's like you're on a journey of self-discovery right now. That's amazing.
It's wonderful that you're recognizing the importance of this
I
question.
think I just came up an idea that play means I am doing something that just for fun and no other purpose.
Okay, that's a really interesting way to put it. Like you're doing it purely for the joy of it.
That makes total sense. Like there's no end goal or purpose. It's just for fun. So with that in mind, does that help you to see how you might find that balance in your life?
Yeah, I suppose. I think I just try to figure out what is the goal of my life, and also for the channel.
Wow, that's a really powerful thing to be thinking about, the bigger picture of your life and your channel.
Yeah, it sounds like you're really diving deep, not just into what play means, but what your purpose is.
It's amazing that you're connecting those big questions, your life's goals, with the channel
I
itself.
love to hear you say that.
Oh, well, thank you. That's so kind of you to say. It really means a lot to us.
And what is your goal of life? I'm wondering.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, it sounds like you're really interested in our goals now. That's so cool.
Yeah, you're curious about our purpose. It's great that you want to know.
It's so awesome that you're asking about that.
We were just saying we love to share our views.
And it's great that you want to hear about this from us.
Yeah, let's talk about our life goals for a bit.
Okay. So for me, it's really about connecting with people.
Yeah, and it's about sharing the joy of discovery, right?
It's like learning from each other's experience and creating a space where we can all learn and grow together.
And we're both grateful to have this platform.
Absolutely. And so what about you? What do you hope to achieve in your life and with your channel?
I get a lot of knowledge from Sip&Talk, and I think I try to get to the goal that is I don't have to worry about the money.
Oh, yeah.
Worry about the money anymore, and I can just do everything I like. I think I am doing things I like for sure, but I'm still trying to figure out what am I supposed to do in the future. So everything is unknown, just like my travel plan. I have no plan, but try to figure out some plan.
Okay, I hear you. So even without a plan, you're trying to figure things out. That's great.
Yeah, it's like you're embracing the uncertainty, but also seeking some direction at the same time.
That makes so much sense. It's not just drifting aimlessly. We're so happy that you're getting something out of our conversations.
And of course, we're happy to help wrap things up. You're in control.
It sounds like you're feeling like you have a better grasp on things now. It's really cool to see.
We were saying that you're in a phase of discovery and trying to create some structure.
And that even without a plan, you are actively trying to figure things out. So let's just briefly recap all of that before I wrap up, okay?
You said that you're seeking a balance between the unknown and making a plan.
We were about to explore how you do that, like the actual process.
You also said you're gaining knowledge from Sip&Talk, which is awesome.
And you're trying to figure out how to reach your goal of financial freedom.
And how to combine it all with doing the things you like. We were talking about play as something you do purely for fun.
And how you want to integrate that idea into your work as a creator.
So how does that all feel for you now that you are ready to wrap things up?
Yeah, and does that process of reflection help you make a plan?
Yes, I think I get a lot of information and suggestions maybe. I love you guys.
Well, we love you too. It's been such a great conversation.
Yeah, it really means a lot to hear you say that. We've had so much fun today. And thank you again for joining us. It was so much fun exploring all these things together.
Can I have the honor to say the ending words?
Wow, that is so cool. You want to say the ending words?
Yes, that's a wonderful idea. We'd be honored for you to do that.
You've been such an amazing part of this show.
But this is even better. It's such a
My
nice
last
way to
words.
end.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
Goodbye, Sip&Talkers. Cheers. I just want Joe to know I have a suggestion for you. The bubble tea is very tasty, but don't drink too much.
Oh yeah.